When I first picked up Shenmue, I didn't really understand what it was aiming for. It felt more like stepping into a world than simply playing a game. I first heard about it from a Toonami video game review. Yeah, they used to do that. The idea of this groundbreaking experience stuck with me until my 10th birthday, when my grandfather took me to Toys R Us and bought me Shenmue. From the moment I loaded the disc up on my Sega Dreamcast, I realized this wasn't just another game. It was more like a living, breathing world. Dobuita's streets felt alive, filled with unique people and interactions that made you feel like a part of something bigger. But there was one detail that really pulled me in more than any other in this game, and that was the capsule toy machines scattered around throughout the city. While others might have rushed to uncover clues about Landi or, yes, sailors, I found myself mesmerized by these tiny machines and the joy that they offered. Early on in Shenmue, you're introduced to some capsule toy machines outside of a small market not far from Ryo's house. These brightly colored fixtures on the street corner might seem insignificant next to the sprawling mystery of Ryo's quest for vengeance. But to me, they were magnetic. Each twist of that handle felt like a gamble, a small thrill that broke up the seriousness of the overarching narrative. I remember spending nearly all of my allowance on these machines during my first playthrough. My favorite toys to get were the Sonic the Hedgehog figurines, although the Virtua Fighter ones do come pretty close. Each toy capsule, though, was a piece of the game's realism and a small joy that mirrored the simple pleasures of everyday life. In real life, as a kid, I loved the capsule toys and the Pokemon cards you could get from the grocery store, from the quarter and the 50-cent machines. So when I first played Shenmue, I couldn't believe that such a mundane, real-world activity was possible in a video game. It made Shenmue feel so alive to me. For me, the capsule toys became kind of a tiny obsession.
Maybe just one.
They weren't just filler content in the game. No. They were milestones in my journey through Shenmue. They reminded me to pause, take in the world, and appreciate the quiet joys of exploration. To appreciate the art and detail of the figurines. While some players might have focused solely on Ryo's mission, I found myself treasuring these small plastic figures as symbols of a world that, to me, was just as alive and real as the one that I lived in. Every time I approached a machine, I felt like I was engaging with the smaller, gentler side of life in Yokosuka. It wasn't about winning or collecting in the traditional gaming sense. It was about connecting to the world and its people. When I finally figured out how to manage Ryo's money and schedule, working the forklift job, saving allowances from Ine-san, I learned how to integrate the capsule machines into Ryo's routine in a responsible way. After a long day of work or searching for clues, or, again, beating up sailors, I'd stop by the machines, maybe grab a vending machine soda or coffee, and try my luck. They represented the ordinary joys that grounded me in Shenmue's world. In a game filled with tension and purpose, the capsule toys are a rare chance to just exist within the game's beautiful, bustling world. One of the most charming aspects of the capsule toys was their connection to Sega's history. These weren't just random figures. They were miniaturized icons like Akira from Virtua Fighter and Sonic the Hedgehog. Each pull from the machine felt like a tribute to Sega's past, a quiet reminder that the adventures we'd shared with these characters over the years. Pulling an Akira figure from the machine wasn't just about completing a collection. It was more about honoring Sega's legacy. For longtime fans in the know, these toys were a bridge between the world of Shenmue and the games from Sega that had shaped our childhoods and came before it. They connected Ryo's journey to a broader gaming heritage, one that celebrated the art of storytelling and the joy of discovery. It was a simple gesture, but it made the world of Shenmue feel so much richer. These toys were more than just collectibles. They were love letters to Sega's fans, small reminders of where we'd been and where we were going. In the grand scheme of Shenmue, the capsule toys might seem trivial, but for me, they were like a secret side quest, a hidden lesson in finding joy in the little things. They reminded me that the games weren't just about completing missions or defeating enemies. Games are about finding the joy and creating memories for yourself. For every high-stakes moment in Shenmue, there was a quiet pause at the capsule machine, a chance to collect not just toys, but pieces of the world itself. These moments taught me to appreciate Shenmue so much more. Truly, in the end, Shenmue is just a game. But at the same time, Shenmue isn't just a game. It's a celebration of life's details. That's what it meant to me. And the capsule toys are a small part of that, but they symbolize something much larger. The value of slowing down, of savoring the moment. In a world that just moves so quickly, that might be the most important lesson of all.
I should try again.